Jester here again, and we're going to do another, well, we're going to do part 2. We're going to finalize. We made, check this out. Ew, it's all gooey. Okay, so let's aim down. We got our pumpkin puree. Look at that. It doesn't really have a smell. It smelled pumpkin-y the other day, but now it's kind of scentless. But we've got it. It's nice and... Look at this. You can't see because that thing's in the way. Hold on, let me fix this. Let me go. There we go. Look at that. Look at how creamy. Nice and creamy. Kind of looks like baby food. Honestly, I think this is probably what baby food is. Should I taste it and see what it tastes like? Tastes like pumpkin. It doesn't actually taste like pumpkin. It doesn't really taste like much of anything. I guess a little bit of pumpkin, but anyway, let's get back to, so we're going to make, first we're going to make our syrup. So let's see what we need here. For the syrup, we're going to cut the sugar out. Too much sugar in the drinks. That's why I don't really use the store-bought one. Man, there's too much syrup. So we're going to do 1 cup of water. There we go. We're stuck. Let me wash this out because it's a little... Alright. Our filtered water. Where's the thing? So this whole thing is 1 cup. Oh, 1 cup. Let's use a big bowl. Or one of my... Where is my bowl? It's dirty. So I guess we're going to use this bowl. The other one was dirty. So let's see. 1 cup water. Yo, what's up, Jim? What's up? We are assembling the latte. So 6 cinnamon sticks, of which I got 2 different kinds here. My old kind, let's see if these are still good. April of 2024. So yeah, we'll use these ones since... But I only have 3. I need 6. So it's a good thing I picked up more after all. Good thing I went and I picked up more because I had to open these anyway because we need 6. Really is using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It pretty much uses the whole container. There's 1 left. 1 stick left. So okay, so it's good. I mean, I could have used, I have ground cinnamon in K's, but it calls for cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon sticks. Tastes cinnamony. It's hard as a rock. Wait, what do we do with them? Do we just put them in? Is that all we do? Hold on, did I do this wrong? Do I break them up or anything? Alright, here's the steps. Combine the sugar and the water in a saucepan. I already goofed up. We need a saucepan. So I guess we're going to boil it. Once the sugar is dissolved, which we're going to skip the sugar, I might actually substitute, maybe, should I substitute sugar? I might sub sugar out with protein powder. Because that's kind of, here, let's go ahead and boom. We're going to add a little bit more water now, because we're going to see it's 1.5, so I need half of this. 1.5 cup water. So there's that. That was a little, that wasn't quite the full thing. I don't want to put too much in, but that was like 1 1/4. So that's probably about it. I had the thing, it's left-handed, so I'm holding it this away when there's no thingy here. But yes, all right, let's see, hold on. So combine the sugar and the water in the saucepan and bring to a simmer. So I need to get it to a simmer, and then I already put 2 sticks in, but they'll be fine. Once the sugar is dissolved, add the cinnamon sticks, the ground cloves. So let's go ahead and get our ingredients. Ground cloves, ginger. Ooh, I didn't get the ginger out. Ginger, we're missing one. Look, we got all of our ingredients here. So we got cloves, ginger, cloves. Ooh, the clove has a strong smell. Clove, ginger, nutmeg, and pumpkin puree. For those who just got here, check out the puree. Look at that. Look at how, ooh, nice and creamy. Give us a little more light to work with. Here, I'll put a little, because we're throwing this one away. So we'll go ahead and dump what's left of that in there. This one's out. All right. Now we'll throw these in and let it simmer. All right, add the cinnamon sticks. How much are we putting in of them? Let me get everything here. It's going to be 1 tablespoon. So I need my measuring of a tablespoon. There we go. No, wait. Teaspoon, my bad. That would have been too much. 1 teaspoon. Alright, let's try to do this without making a mess. Alright, bring it down to a simmer. 1 teaspoon of ground cloves. Why is there 2 lids? One is for that. That's fine. 1. I just go ahead. I'm just going to pull the lid off, so I'm going to sprinkle it. 1 teaspoon nutmeg. 1 teaspoon. Wait, hold on. Oh wait, it was 2 teaspoons of nutmeg. 1 of ginger. So we need a little more nutmeg. Although I did a video where it said nutmeg can kill you. Did you guys know that? Nutmeg can kill you? Let me make sure I don't get too much ginger. 1 teaspoon ginger. We'll put in a little more nutmeg because apparently we want to die because it takes 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons. Let me make sure these lids are on so when I go to use my ginger next, I don't just get a whole... So can vanilla. Wait, really? Vanilla can kill you? Okay. I don't feel like taking it off, so let's just... There. That's about... I'm doing it the lazy way just because, well, it's more work. There. So we got the 2 teaspoons of ginger measured in. What else did I need? So we did the ginger, ground cloves, nutmeg, cinnamon sticks, and pumpkin puree. How much pumpkin puree goes into this? 4 tablespoons of pumpkin puree. So here we go. Let's go get tablespoon, the big boy. Tablespoon time. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Now let's wash this out. Either that or make you very sick. Oh man, make you... Yeah, I guess so. Everything can kind of... Speaking of, I figured vanilla would probably go into here because vanilla is used into kind of making things like this usually, but no vanilla in this, so I'm surprised. Okay, that's washed. This is clean. BRB, okay, we'll be here. Pumpkin, yeah, pumpkin. We're making pumpkin puree and pumpkin spice and pumpkin gesture and pumpkin. I'm the real pumpkin king because I'm pumpkining everything. Let me mix it. Where's my spoon? There's my spoon. No! No, I just dropped my clean thing in the dirty sink water. Mixy mix, mixy mix, mixy mix. Ooh, let me get you guys over here so you guys can see this. You're going for a ride. Get your ride. Get you around here and take a look at this. Take a look at that. That's what we're going to be drinking. Wait, can you see it? I don't know where I'm aiming this. Wait, how long do I cook this for? Come here, ingredients. And let's simmer for... Alexa, set 18-minute timer.
18 minutes, starting now.
I thought this was going to be a fast thing, but this is going to take a while. Maybe I should have made this last night after I made the pumpkin puree. I figured we'd do this quick today. Wait, a cheesecloth? What is a cheesecloth? Remove from heat and immediately strain through a cheesecloth. Does anyone in chat know what a cheesecloth is? Well, anyway, I also got to start brewing my coffee anyway, so that's a perfect time to go and begin coffee brewing. Oh yeah, I never added the sweeten. Instead of sugar, I'm going to see how it tastes with a little bit of just like, you know, a little protein in there instead. So we're just gonna go ahead and put just a little bit, just to see. We'll add a little bit more. This is gonna add us some protein to our drink and sweeten it without any sugar at all. All we do is add a little bit of this, get a little protein up in there. That way we can say we got ourselves a little bit of a healthy drink here, huh? Because the protein is pretty sweet. Although I don't want to use too much because they'll take the natural. If I was doing it without, I didn't have to. If I was making this without trying to keep it pumpkiny, I would just use a whole scoop and be like, yeah, protein up. I'm trying to keep it as close to the pumpkin taste as I can, so I can be like, gosh, this is pumpkin. Pumpkin town. For shizzle, roll dizzle. I think that's what the kids say these days. Oh yeah, I get distracted too easy. I gotta clean out my coffee. Okay, so for today we had a mixture, we had a choice between 2 Starbucks or Dunkin', and I'm going to do Dunkin'. We're going to do Dunkin' coffee beans. Coffee ground. Where is my... Sorry, I am losing my... There it is. It's behind the camera. That's why I couldn't find it. Those of you... This isn't the one I normally use. When I make coffee, I normally use low acid, dark roast grounds, organic, peak performance. This is my usual go-to coffee. I really like this. This is good. This is good. But for the sake of the video, we're just going to use some Dunkin'. You'll see why later. Alright, we're gonna brew us some Dunkin' coffee. Some coffee. Did I add the water? I almost made a big oopsies. Terrible oopsies. This would have been very bad. Always make sure you add your water when brewing a cup of coffee. There we go. That's better. I picked it up and I thought, this feels way lighter than it should. This did not feel right. Okay, get that on there. Let me clean. I should have cleaned the stove up. I made a bit of a mess last night. I did not clean it, and here we are now. I made too much of everything though. Look at while it goes. I got this much puree left, so we got to figure out what we can do with the rest of this pumpkin puree. I'm gonna have so much of this syrup left over because apparently I read the ingredients and I finished reading, and it says it makes up to 8 cups. I'm going to have enough syrup for 8 cups. What am I gonna do with 8 cups? I'm probably gonna drink 1. Let me start putting all the stuff away. I'm gonna see what else we need. So we need the milk. This is for Starbucks, but we're using Dunkin'. I'm going to use the syrup, whipped cream, and a pinch of pumpkin pie spice. So I got some pumpkin pie spice. That's just for garnish though. So apparently this isn't for taste, this is just for looks. It's just garnishing. So we're gonna keep that there. We can put everything else away. I should put leave the milk in the fridge. We got 20 minutes yet. So I'm actually gonna put it back in the fridge so that way it's, you know, staying cold while we're waiting. I mainly got it out just for aesthetics. I'm gonna put the pumpkin puree away. Just so it's out when we start everything up, you can see it all. Be like, oh look, there it is. I can see what we're working with. But now that we wait and look at, I'm gonna make this like a pumpkin telephone. Ring ring. Hello, just a roll. Pumpkin. Pumpkin. This is when we're gonna be doing the carving. We're gonna be doing the carving of the widow pumpkin. I did this backwards, honestly. I should have made this the puree because it's like perfect size for the baking puree. And then I used the giant one for the puree. And I do things silly around here, you guys. I'm just a little silly. That's all. We're just a little silly. We silly boys. So, while we're waiting... Ooh, turn that down. I got the coffee a little too hot. Turn it down so it's not... Let me take that off. I think it might be a little... Bum, 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 bum. Because he's only supposed to be simmering. What temperature does something simmer at anyway? When they say simmer, simmer means like boiling but not over boiling, or what does simmer actually even mean? That's a question for all my cooking peoples who knows the cooking terminologies. I guess we can go and start combining stuff into the cup. Wait. Small bubbles, not big ones. Oh, perfect. So we're simmering. Look at it. Oop, like that. So that's simmering. I was making sure I'm not cooking it too hot. Wait, did I aim? Am I even aiming it with the right pot? There. It's hard to see where I'm aiming the camera. Look at it. It's turning into, it's definitely turning syrupy. Look at it. It's all dark and caramel. It's caramelizing. It's caramelizing. Let me get you all closer so you guys can just sit here and watch. Clean the camera off. I touch it a little bit and get my fingerprints on there. Half a boil. There. It's kind of good. Yeah, that's what mine was like. I don't know if you saw though, I cheated a little bit. Naturally, you should have known. Everyone who knows me should have known I was going to cheat a little bit. And I did not add any sugar. And I substitute sugar out with protein powder. So this protein powder is really sweet though. So this counts as sugar because it's very sweet. And then instead of having sugar in there and crappy, we can pretend that it's a healthy drink because we're getting protein. We're getting protein. And it's going to sweeten it up because the protein powder is sweet. But it's gonna, I didn't use a lot because I want to keep the pumpkin. I didn't want to mix the pumpkin up. This is chocolatey, so it's going to give it a really chocolatey flavor. And I didn't want to remove too much of the pumpkin flavor for chocolate. Because we're not, I think though the protein powder might have made it a little thick, very thick. It's very thick. Wait, Chester, I love you, but you need to get a life, bro. Sugar can't hurt you. Listen, sugar can, that's the definition of sugar can't hurt you. It can kill you. It can kill you. Kill. Everybody ditch the sugar and drink the protein. Besides, now we can say that this isn't even, like, it's not even me treating myself. We can literally say that this treat is actually just like a health drink. We can post this on, when I post this video, I can be like, health drink, health hacks for basic bitches. Not in moderation. Well, I mean, to be fair, the protein powder, look at the ingredients. Let's go through the ingredients. Organic cane sugar. So there is a little sugar in the protein. So, I mean, that's why it's sweet. So I do have some sugar. It just cuts out, they wanted 1.5 cups of sugar. It's like, are you kidding? That's like diabetes in a cup right there. 1.5 cups of sugar? That's so much sugar. So I figured I'd cut it out and give the sweetness by having just a little bit of sugar and protein. You don't put all of it in one coffee? You're right, actually you're right. This did say it makes 8 cups, so I'll give you that. But still, 1.5 cups is still between 8, and it's still, I think this is, it's getting really thick. Is it supposed to be this thick? Maybe I didn't put enough water in when I made it because starting to lose everything. Alexa, how much time on my timer?
You have 6 minutes and 30 seconds left on your 18-minute timer.
There's still 6 minutes left. My coffee's almost done. You keep this stuff in the fridge for a while? Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying before. We're making 8, it says it makes 8 cups worth. And I was like, I'm going to make 1 cup and probably not use the rest of it. But we're making enough for 8 cups worth here. When I made it, no. Oh, yours was all watery. The protein powder probably sucked up the water. It definitely probably did. Protein powder do that. I only used a tiny bit though, so it's not a full scoop. I used like a very, very small little bit. Like it was like 1/8 of a scoop for the protein powder. So there's not a lot. We got 6 minutes yet. The coffee's done. Maybe I should have waited a little bit more before making the coffee. Go for coffee. Go for coffee. coffee off. We'll leave it in. Ooh, you smell that? Can you guys smell that? Smells like coffee. Here, take a little look here. You guys can see it. See the little cup? This is a good little thing. I like that thing. It brews a good cup of coffee. I was like in between thick and watery. Mine was just syrup. This one's actually is about that. Look at it. Take a little look here. It's pretty much like, it's a little watery, but it's thickums. So yeah, I'd say this is pretty syrupy. I think it's done though. I don't think I need the extra few minutes. I think it's overcooking it. So we're gonna go ahead and turn that down, and I think it's time to assemble. Okay, this is it. Time to put it all together. Yo, what's up, Pencilius? We're making pumpkin spice latte. So we are going to add everything together. One cup of milk. Wait, I have the wrong cup. We are not using this cup. We are using our fancy special dunking cup. But what's up? We are making pumpkin things today. Okay, let me just rinse it really quick just in case. I have an OCD of always needing to rinse and wash everything before I use it, even though I know it's clean. Okay, 1 cup of milk. One cup of brewed coffee. Here it goes. Here you guys can go and watch it brew mix. Here we go. You guys ready? Let me make sure that you guys can see. Here it goes. Three tablespoons homemade pumpkin spice syrup. Wait, 3 tablespoons. Can I take the cinnamon sticks out, or do you leave them in to soak? I'm gonna take them out just because they're in the way. Actually, they're kind of, they got some okay, well, I definitely didn't. Either it absorbs a lot, or there's not a lot there. Are we gonna have enough for 3? Did I boil it too much? Maybe I kept the temperature too high. I mean, it looks good. It looks like syrup, but smells like pumpkin. It smells very pumpkin-y. I definitely think using the pure pumpkin puree definitely. I think the pumpkin puree could have been what made it really thick too, honestly. All right, 3 tablespoons of pumpkin. That's 1. Ooh, it's really sticky. 1, 2, 3. Let me go and mix it in so it gets it off of this and into there. Good thing I'm not making anyone else a cup, because I definitely didn't have enough for no 8 cups. Take it out for sure. I think it's gonna thick from the protein powder. Well, there's only a very tiny bit of protein powder, but yeah, definitely probably thickened from the protein. But it was also, I think, the pumpkin puree kind of, because I see little bits of yeah, it's actually, it smells really good though. The powder absorbed all of it and thickened it. That's the way I like it. We like it. Oh yeah, and a pinch of pumpkin spice. A pinch of pumpkin spice for garnish. There, that's about a pinch. Whoops, now I made a mess everywhere. And voila! Oh, and we got the thing of whipped cream on to top it off. To top it off. Actually, let me, Alexa, stop. Should I froth it or should I mix it? Do you think it would be better if I froth it? Here, we'll go mix it up. Mixy, 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 mixy. Mix it all in together nice and good. All right, here, you guys can take a look. It looks pretty much like Dunkin' Donuts. Okay. Here we are. That's Dunkin', and that is ours. Look-wise, yeah, they look about the same. Taste-wise, let me go and check the temperature. It's drinky temperature. All right, here we go. Interesting. Interesting. You definitely have, I think there's a lot of cinnamon in there, but it has that pumpkin. I think the pumpkin puree in there definitely has more of the pumpkin in it. There is definitely more pumpkin-y taste. And I can say, now the Dunkin' one, this is pure sugar. That's why we didn't use it. It's too much sugar. Super sweet, guys. So I'm gonna say the homemade one, definitely better if you don't like it super sweet like I don't. Taste-wise, it definitely, if you don't use any substitutes and you actually use a real pumpkin, it definitely tastes. It's got that pumpkin. It really tastes more pumpkin. Pumpkin's more strong, I guess, is what I'm going for. But yeah, I think there's too much cinnamon. I think using these 6 cinnamon sticks is maybe a little too much, because there's definitely the cinnamon's a little overpowering in it. Although, since we took the sugar out and we put protein powder in, this is considered a health drink. Right now we're getting our protein in for the day and drinking healthy. And you know what you do better? We're gonna even one-up it. You know what happens when you mix? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna drink pumpkin latte and a pumpkin. And this is how you drink a pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice time. That tastes terrible. That's terrible. Let me get a good thumbnail. Where can we go that we get a good thumbnail? Wait, I need my face in the shot. I need my face. How can I do this to get my face in? Wait, should I do it here so we can have it? I need someone to hold the camera to get a good angle. Have fun with this. I am. Ew, why you ewing? What you ew? I'll have you know, there's no ew. This is pure delish. Oh yeah, we forgot the whipped cream. Where's my spoon? Oh yeah, pumpkin juice. Watch. I'll show you. Ready for this? Ha! You ready? 10 gifted subs and we're gonna drink all of it. That tastes terrible. That's not healthy? Why not? What's in it? It's pumpkin. It's pumpkin. What's up, Jamie? We did a pumpkin. Wait, that could have been the thumbnail right there. We did. It's so we just spiced up the pumpkin, and then whatever you put in here. Isn't this how you make pumpkin spice? Pretty much, you go in here and you put something.
June
in
Gemini just subscribed to the mini roll goal.
You just go, and then it's pumpkin spice. Yo, Jamie, thank you for the gifty. Wait, hold on, I can't see. Thank you for the gifty subby. I give 1 sub. Thank you. 1 sub for the pumpkin spice. And that is how one spices their pumpkin. You cut the pumpkin and you go ahead and then you just drink out of the pumpkin. Listen, I know how to make pumpkin spice. That's what they call it. This is how they do it, honestly. They put it all together in a pumpkin and then they just serve it right out of there. The pumpkin is soaked. This pumpkin is soaked. Oops. Delicious. Super delicious. Look at. I'm not doing that tomorrow. You have to. It's part of the rules. We all have to drink out of our pumpkins. Blech. I don't like pumpkin. I'm allergic. You can't be allergic. There's no such thing. Look at how good that looks. A little bit of whipped cream. I'm gonna make pumpkin spice latte BRB. We will be right here. I'm gonna make the exact same thing next week. Hold on, I wanna see what happens. Dunkin' is too sweet, but if I combine the two, let's see. Ruined. This is too sweet now. It was better before. I'm just kidding. It's not bad. We'll scoop out another little thing of whipped cream in there. I have one more thing in plan for us today. I'm actually kind of digging that drink. I'm actually kind of digging it. Make sure everything's turned off. All right, put everything away. All right, we have, oh yeah, the whipped cream away. Actually, ow. Actually, that was too much whipped cream. Come with the